Unit 2, Wit and Humour, A Funny Man, stanza-wise explanation, summary and moral of the poem from grade 7th, subject English, book Poorvi. Let us read. One day a funny kind of man came walking down the street. He wore a shoe upon his head and hats upon his feet. Explanation. One day the poet saw a very strange and funny looking man walking on the street. He looked odd because he had worn a shoe on his head instead of his foot and hats on his feet instead of shoes. Stanza 2. He raised the shoe and smiled at me. His manners were polite, but never had I seen before such a funny sounding sight. Explanation. The man lifted the shoe which was on his head, smiled politely at the poet and behaved very well. But the poet says that he had never seen such a strange and funny scene before. Stanza 3. He said, "Allow me to present your highness with a rose," and taking out a currant bun, he held it to my nose. Explanation. The man called the poet your highness like a king or queen and pretended to give him a rose, but instead of a real rose, he took out a currant bun, a type of sweet bread with raisins, and held it up to the poet's nose as if it were a flower. Stanza 4. I staggered back against the wall and then I answered well. I never saw a rose with such a funny looking smell. Explanation. The poet stepped back in shock and leaned on the wall. He then joked that he had never seen a rose that looked and smelled so funny because it wasn't a rose at all, it was a bun. Stanza 5. He then began to sing a song and sat down on the ground. You never heard in all your life such a funny feeling sound. Explanation. The funny man then sat on the ground and began singing a song. But the song didn't sound normal at all. It was very strange and funny, something no one had ever heard before. Stanza 6. My friend, why do you wear two hats upon your feet? I said. He turned the other way about and hopped home on his head. Explanation. The poet finally asked him why he was wearing hats on his feet, but instead of replying, the man turned around and started hopping away on his head. This made the scene even funnier and more ridiculous. Next, summary of the poem. This is a humorous poem about a man who behaves and dresses in a strange way. He wears a shoe on his head and hats on his feet. He acts politely, offers a bun pretending it's a rose, and even sings a weird song. When asked about his appearance, he simply hops away on his head. The poem is full of nonsense and fun, showing us how silly and amusing imagination can be. Moral of the poem. Embrace the unexpected and celebrate differences. What seems odd at first may simply be another way of seeing the world. Sometimes a little nonsense brings joy and wonder. Next, difficult word meanings. So friends, I have also written the meanings in Hindi. Word funny, meaning causing laughter or amusement. Manners means way of behaving with others. Polite means showing respect and good manners. Present verb means to offer or give something formally. Your Highness means a royal title used for kings, queens. Currant bun means a sweet bread with small dry fruits. Staggered means moved unsteadily as if shocked or surprised. Smell used unusually means the poet jokes that the rose looks funny. Feeling sound means strange or silly sound. Hopped means jumped with small quick steps. So friends, we have completed stanza wise explanation, summary, moral and word meanings from this poem. We will do question answers of this poem in a separate video. If you like the video, kindly like it and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.